really chill, laid back live stream. I think there's actually a lot to talk about, so we'll just take it casually. Champ, thank you for joining us.
What's happening, people? Someone's already said, when's the TP video? Is this have you set it live or is it just catching up? Let me just run
it. Should be live, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I'm just going to share the link on Twitter quickly.
What does TP mean?
Take profit.
So, okay.
What is the take profit levels for Omi is what people are asking. So I've been like rug pulling people because Omi videos were doing really well at like early stages, and I'm optimistic that one video could actually, to be honest, saying that some of your videos are doing really well. So I said to them, if we can hit like a target of 6K, 600 likes, 6K, they'll get a TP video. So that's why people are always asking when TP.
I actually put out a video today. It was just kind of a price update or whatever, but I jacked up the audio. So for those of you in the chat that were watching with me on the premiere, I'm going to pull that. We're just going to do this live stream today. I don't have the heart to do that all over again. I erased some of that, all the sources too. So sorry about that. But
what was the video?
Yeah, because the audio was like out of sync really bad. It was really kind of embarrassing. I should have checked before, but
yeah, I've done that before. That's really frustrating when I filmed like a whole video, which I actually put a lot of effort in, and then realized the microphone was muted the whole time.
Do you do the editing yourself, or do you have an editor?
I have an editor.
How much does that cost?
I used to have I used to edit myself, but I have an editor. I'll ping you his rates because editors he's like he does it makes rates. Let me have a look.
Is he from like a Western country?
No, he's in the UK. I've had two. So basically, the editor I had from Eastern European, which is a bit cheaper, right, was around, if we put dollars, about $30 per video. But that was just sitting down and doing them. So he could charge more, up to $60 depending how long. And then I just didn't like his editing wasn't like, didn't resonate with me. Like, it's not what I wanted. So then that's the hardest thing as well with finding editors, like finding someone that does what you want. So then I found a guy that's local to me, and he said he's willing to drop his rates down because he wants to grow with me. So yeah, I'm paying maybe like, what's that, like $70 a video or something like that.
Oh, he charges $70 a video?
It charges more than that. Yeah, it's $130 a video.
Well, you know, it makes sense because editing is like, takes a lot of time. But I mean, if you look at ad revenue, it's like you're losing money, right?
Yeah, I'm losing money on ad revenue in that sense, but it's worth it for the long run. I see it as an investment. Yeah. Plus, I want to be able to like sustain him. Like, I want to be able to make him full time, just under me, under the WannabeChamp brand. That's the goal.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. So, well, you know, I guess what we're doing is just kind of a laid back interview. We're just hanging out. You know, obviously, Wannabe's eating dinner. I'm just sipping on waters here. So it's all laid back. It's all friendly. So, you know, obviously, it's been really exciting. Time, like the past week has just been really, really exciting. We've seen price moves that we haven't been at for quite some time. What's your take on that, man?
Going to the fucking moon. Yeah, we're looking really good. I literally just in today's video I was saying Omi's kind of doing its own thing as well, which I quite like. Because the rest of the crypto market is obviously making lower lows and pushing further, whereas Omi's just sitting really strong on this level. So that's kind of like a testament. Because you know, when the rest of Omi was like eating shit, and the rest of the crypto market was doing some sort of pullbacks, whereas we just went down and down and down and down and down. It's kind of like a good thing to take away, because when we do hit a stagnation or capitulation or bearish or whatever, we have the opportunity for Omi to moon. And that kind of confirms again, right? Like, you always look for these tails when it comes to like trading, but this is just me. And I feel like Omi is going to be, yet again, just gives me that extra confidence right now that it's going to do its own thing. We just have to be patient with it. Like, it's just one of those slow burners, which is good and bad, really and truly. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I think all the news coming up recently, like that we're going to hit. We've been talking about this for months. I feel like it's been a year, but it's really just been a couple months. But you know, like crypto moves really, really fast. So 1 month is like a year, I always feel. But I really think we can pop off to at a minimum 1 cent by the end of October. And I think if we're able to hit that, we can easily hit 2 or even 3 cents after the fact, because I think there'll be exponential growth. You're going to see a lot of, if we're able to pop up back to 1 cent, we're going to break that level of resistance. And I think we're going to be in price discovery mode. And we don't know what the price is after that. And I think if people see it pump like that again, you're going to have a bunch of people FOMOing into the token. We're going to have a lot of exchanges that you're going to have a lot of novice investors that want to FOMO in. And I think we can easily hit 2 to 5 cents really by the end of the year. That's always been my price prediction, you know. And even if you believe half of that, you believe my bear case, which is like 1 cent, that's still pretty good. I mean, right now it's like double your money in half a year. I mean, that's still great money in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, massively. From where we are now, it's a massive one. The only thing is obviously like me and Andre and some other people, we bought at highs. So obviously our overall cost was quite high, but it's still a solid project. It's still so much to it. And also, little spoiler, I guess, for the rest of the people here, I do know some big whales who are looking to buy Omi. And these are non-like developers, not people who already have the tokens. These are people who are looking to actually just pump into it, and then just because they believe in the project that much. And like, I don't know, I classify a whale as anything over 150 million or 100 million or something like that. So there'll be a few of those.
For sure. Michael here says, huh?
Which will be good.
Michael says, does anyone feel that the bull market is over with today's correction? I don't feel that at all. I just feel like it's a random correction. What do you think?
Yeah, boy. It's not really a correction, I guess. It's just a pullback. Like it's just market pullback. Like I'm so based on like charting, because it's one of those things that's always worked for me. So Bitcoin was due to pull back, and a lot of people, if you guys follow like things like the Bearable Bull, he's on like crypto, like he's got like 100k subs but whatnot. I talked to him on Instagram a few times because we had a similar approach, and he was also under the idea that we were due a pullback. So it's looking pretty good, and it's also the same like Wickfield pattern we had on Omi from age like at the 1 cent mark. So yeah, it's only really a correction. If we push lower, then yeah, it's a different story.
You know,
okay, K's decided to crash the thing, by the way.
That's fine. Yeah, I see him, but he's not there though, is he?
Yeah,
I don't see him. Oh gosh, I mean, I thought he was like in the bathroom because I couldn't see us. We have hello K, everyone. It's a good stream.
Might as well just get taps on at this point, man. What are you doing? Let me message him. He said he was good. He had a haircut.
Oh yeah. I know. I was starting to look like Reese, but I was like, you know.
I could hear
Good under the hair.
Oh, you turn your audio down. I think I can hear myself. It's either you or Daniel Lee.
Let me decrease my audio.
Sorry.
So I got a question while he's working on the audio. So I like technical analysis. I feel like you have to know a little bit of technical analysis, the basics at least, to kind of understand where the price is going. But my big qualm with that is, you know, you're not able to predict big, massive moves. And I feel like,
is that bad?
Like, I don't think people were predicting that we would break through 4.8. I don't think people can do that consistently. But obviously, we know that if it does break 4.8, it's going to go really, really far. So that's my own criticism for like the retail investor is that, you know, okay, let's say they were trading like, okay, it's not going to break 4.8. It's going to go back down. I can make some money there. And it works until it doesn't. And that big move can crush you, especially if you got like leverage or something. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Can I share a chart? Does this work? I don't know if I can share a screen.
You should be able to do it on the bottom. Can you see it on the bottom? Yeah, I see it.
I've done it.
Okay, right, there we go.
Okay, so that's just like a free lesson, I guess. Ultimately, you like, just to take what Daniel Lee said, is 100% right. I think what is a really good idea of how he approaches it is technical analysis. He respects that it obviously it can give you the information to make it work. However, it's not the end all and be all. Yeah. So I agree with that. And I think that's completely right. Now, when you have fundamentals align up with it, that's when you can get really, really good big moves, right? Because you can trade on based on three things. You can trade on based on just fundamentals. If you want to dive into it, and it's all macro or microeconomics, if you do it in like the equities, so like stocks or Forex or whatever. But when it comes to say crypto and Omi in specific, right? For the Omi homies that are joining, it's what is the fundamentals in this, okay? So what is the news, okay? So the macro would probably be like the mutable X, which is coming as well. We've got a lot more whales that are looking into the project. There's a lot more exposure, the marketing as well. The same thing with, you know, how veve itself is obviously the sub company. They're two separate companies. They're doing really, really well. So to answer your question with that, that could parabolic price. It could be either or, right? Up or down. But then if you have the setup with technical and you have the right fundamentals, so if I give you this, like, I'm just going to give you the scenario so you can understand it, is if we've bottomed out, we've obviously hitting on this support right here, which we said from time ago, which was really good, right? These two arrows to kind of clearly indicate to make sure that people understand. We go through a little bit lower time frame. You can literally, like, as basic as I can explain this, like this is like a trampoline or a floor. As soon as you bounce on this trampoline, it's pushed back up. With this, we followed through with a mutable, right? So mutable is the new, so we're 1 out of 2 on a mutable. And that is obviously pushing up highs to the next like resistance zones. So if I do the same thing as well in the past, like we had our pump here with Blockchain Whisperers with his pump and dump group. We had obviously our push with Logan Paul and Andre Jick. We had our FUD here with obviously the guy selling the token. We had our FUD here with the token unlocks as well. Then we just had consistent FUD even amongst the YouTubers. And then that's stuff like that's just fundamental put together of like previous information plus new information. So, you know, like I say, I think Omi's like these charts and everything that's working at the moment is 100% confirmation that everything works. So yeah, just a recap on that. Like it's the same here as well. Typical K with all these troll. What's that? WannabeChamp. I can't see it. Sold. Pump it. Did you just make that?
Yeah, it's you know the Bogdanov meme.
Yeah. You're such a troll, bro.
So someone made the Cavell one. They're like that the price of it's going down, and it's got Bogdanov, and it says tell Cavell to upload the video.
That's hilarious to me.
I haven't seen Cavell in a while, man. So yeah, that's just that. So just to kind of answer it, like you're right, but when you have everything in your favor, then you're like it's unstoppable, and that's when you know it's a solid investment.
So I don't know if you feel comfortable sharing, but actually, I think you shared it publicly. But what's your portfolio in Omi altogether? Like, how much do you have?
Million.
Huh?
But it cost me, I got like 13 million at the moment, but it cost me like what 70k USD or something like that, more than that probably. Because
wow. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's about 70k USD.
I think
what about you, Champ?
Price is 0.38 cents. I'm on 20 million Omi, 0.38 cent average price right now. But what's interesting is my veve collectibles as of today, because obviously the veve collectibles have been pumping like crazy. My percent return on the veve collectibles is actually much higher than my percent return. So I've invested about $9,000 on the veve collectibles, and as of today, I use like a portfolio tool that I think it's Buck Thompson. He puts up a spreadsheet, and I valued it, and it's worth about $43,000 today, which is like a much higher percent return than Omi has given me so far. But obviously, the collectibles are way more volatile. Like you have Backstab Labbit worth 2.2k today, when like a couple of weeks ago it was worth 600. So those prices go up and down like literally any other day. So yeah, like yesterday in the spaces, what's his name? Yeah, Jeremiah. He basically announced like a secret club where if you hold a Superman, a Todd, or a secret rare Spider-Man, you get access to the secret like Discord server. And then the prices of secret rare Spider-Man went up to like nearly 5k. Todd's nearly at 1k. It's probably at 1k now. Superman started going back up to like close to 1k, so Ray Fixie's going to be happy. It's like these like random factors. They just pump up the price like crazy.
Wait, do you have the Marvel comic, the first one? That's like 20k.
I don't have the secret rare. I've got the common, uncommon rare, and ultra rare. The ultra rares were I think it's coming close to being worth 1k now. I remember seeing it at like 900. So yeah,
You got the
collectible prices
Hulk
got
ones as
so
well, right?
much. Sorry,
You got the Hulk ones as well, innit?
I've got the Hulk secret rare on the drop. Yeah, that one's worth quite a bit as well. Not as much as the Marvel secret rare, like Marvel 1 secret rare, but it's a respectable return for $7.
Why do I keep failing at these goddamn drops, man? It's the iPhone.
Use the align trick where you align the error message with the buy and just spam it. Like it's hard not to hit it. Like if it's a comic, you'll hit it.
What if I just
mug you?
If I just steal your phone and then send everything to my QR code? That sounds like an easier idea.
Literally, just align the error message with the buy now and just spam it. I think I showed you how to do it before.
Nah, you told me about it, but you haven't actually showed me.
There's a lot of videos of people. You know that Cavell video I showed you where he's like, "It's time to be great, no cash, no bullshit," and he's like spamming the button for the golden lucky rabbit. It's the same thing. Like you just align it like he did, and then make sure the OK is overlapping the buy now button, and you just spam it, and you definitely hit a comic at least.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of like Viveverse land?
Oh yes, I'm excited.
I think
for
that's a huge thing. I mean, to me, like to be honest, like with the collectibles, I mean, I like the collectibles. You can make a lot of money, but I feel like it doesn't scale well. Like if I have $50,000, it's hard for me to put all that money into collectibles and make that massive return. So it doesn't scale well. Whereas land could potentially scale really, really well, just like Omi. You know what I mean? You could put like 50, 60 grand and get a good return on land.
I think it's hard to say right now because land is so there are other platforms out there which have land already, and there's a lot of speculation what you can do with land, and I think that speculation has driven up a pretty big bubble. So Axie Infinity, they haven't really said what you can do with it, but if you look at their marketplace, the cheapest plot of land, and this is like the dirt cheap absolute slums of Axie Infinity, that's worth about 10k. A more premium spot is going to cost you around about 30 to 40k USD of land, but people don't actually really know for sure what you can do with it. There's just so much speculation. Now, Illuvium, they've actually gone out and said
10k.
Yeah, 10k for like the absolute slums in Axie Infinity. But Illuvium, they've actually gone out and said, if you have land, it's going to function close to real land. So you're going to be able to mine assets on it, like mining, the equivalent of what might be real world gold that you can use to build things with, but within Axie. Now that incentivizes people to own land. And then with that, you might have a piece of land that's essentially on top of the equivalent of oil. So it's, an asset that will continuously give you passive income as long as you can mine the assets on that, like mine the resources on that land. Now with Viveverse, so far, what has kind of been confirmed is your land will kind of function as a way where it will bring in kind of like user traffic. So perhaps you could advertise on your land. Now, in terms of mining natural resources on your land, like the equivalent of like digital resources on your land, we don't know yet. That's all speculation. But I guarantee as the price of Omi goes up, these people have been holding Omi for a long time. That equivalent increase in Omi price is going to translate over to land. So I do actually see land going for like 10, 20, 30k. And I feel like newer users are probably going to get priced out of land. I don't see at the point when Viveverse releases land for it to be feasible for ecomi to offer land in a way that it's highly accessible to new users, just because I know they want to keep the scarcity, keep it limited, which is probably why they developed the ether, where everyone kind of has their own way to interact with each other, but the actual land within the Viveverse, VV City, wherever it is, that is going to be very, very premium. Like you need to be a pretty early VV adopter, I reckon.
What do you think?
You to have made quite a lot of income to buy a spot of land there.
There's two ways I've thought of where they can do the land, and I just want to hear you guys' thoughts on it. This is all speculation, right? They could do what they're doing with the drops: common, rare, ultra secret rare. Secret rare could be super close to VV City or very, very valuable. Common is just exactly what it sounds like. It's very common. That kind of makes sense because on one hand, they want it to be accessible but rare. So it's kind of what they do with the collectibles. The second method is maybe just like what everyone else has done, some sort of auction or Dutch auction with the land where it's like, you know, we want X amount of dollars minimum, but if it goes for higher, great. Like, what do you see them doing? What is your perspective on that?
I think I reckon, are they going to do like sizes of land? Okay, do you think?
So with Axie
That's what I'm
Infinity,
thinking
what
of.
they did was, I believe the land does come in different like sized areas, but it also comes in locations, and each location, I believe, can help you. Well, the cheapest valued ones, they look like they're in what looks like the middle of a desert, like there's nothing there, and the more premium ones, it looks like they're surrounded by roads and things, so they look like they're in the middle of some kind of city. So I believe it's going to be valued based on how much traffic each area is getting in the metaverse that land is in. So if it's in the middle of a city center versus a desert, then yeah, it's probably going to be valued more, as well as what kind of resources are there available on that land. I'm pretty sure, this is speculation, but I'm pretty sure that veve is going to want the land to kind of resemble real land. So there's some kind of natural resources that users can mine on that land. I feel like that's just such a good opportunity for them, because then it opens up so much more utility with NFTs.
That's kind of really gamified though. I feel like if you're getting resources, you have heavy gamification. Like that's why Illuvium is doing resources, and that's why Earth 2, in a sense, also has resources you can get too. But what would be the purpose of these resources in a Veveverse context?
They want us to have accessories, right? And they want these accessories to be accessible via some form of collecting. Now, I think it's perfectly feasible for users to be able to craft things for their kind of their avatar. So you could mine resources. I don't know. You could mine like iron or something, and you can craft like a little sword for your avatar. You can craft wood. You can make like a cool wooden frame for your avatar. Like it's just endless. And all of this stuff, because it's non-branded IP, they could very easily have a little small crafting cost, which is in Omi, which is similar to what Axies does, right? You have to use AXS and SLP tokens to create an Axie. So they could have Omi to create, along with the raw materials, some kind of NFT within the Veveverse. And that, because it's non-branded IP, it's their own in-house IP, their own brand, that can all be 100% burned. And they've already said that that's what they're going to be doing with land. It's 100% burn. So it opens up so many more opportunities to continuously burn Omi, which a lot of people aren't factoring into their models as of today. So we're going to see some very fast burn, I reckon.
Are you still using Axies, by the way?
Yeah, but Axies price is kind of been going down with the rest of the market. So yeah, my profit margins are just like flat.
Mate, SLP is eating shit.
Yeah.
It's like a really good price to buy though.
But what's good is these teams like Axie, ecomi, etc., they see like these, changes in consumer behavior and they adapt to it. So Axie, for example, they saw that the price of AXS tokens, it was too expensive. So they reduced the amount of AXS tokens you needed to breed. And that kind of helped rebalance the game a bit. So, I see ecomi always valuing their early Omi investors. Like, these guys bought bags full of Omi right at the start when it was just an idea or kind of like an early iteration. I'm sure that they want these guys to benefit moving forward. So that's why they're focusing so heavily on Omi burn. And I think that's, that's definitely the way to go.
What's this?
I think Dan's muted.
Me or him?
Daniel Lee, because I see his mouth moving, but no sound.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, I guess, when people think about land, they think, we can do cool stuff on there. It's going to be, people buy it and they can burn it. But when you have land, you have to do something with it. You can't just do anything. And I think that's when the accessories have to come in. Like if you look at Sandbox right here, I got a screen. These are all like accessories. And I think ecomi could easily go in the direction where you can do these non-brand, like just like what you're saying, non-IP related items, and you can kind of build it. I don't know if they're going to do it where you just buy, you just use it with Omi, or there's resources on your land that you can use. But every big metaverse does something like this. And I think that could be even a larger usage of burn than even land, because land sales are limited. Once you buy all the land, that's kind of it. I know you can trade, buy, and sell. There might be a 2.5% fee or something, but accessories could be that other dimension of burn that really takes it from just a collectible platform to a real game. And I think that's what they should do if they can.
I want that beat.
Is this a good time for a quick plug?
Yeah.
You mate, you love that t-shirt, man.
I'll show you guys.
This is now my only t-shirt. I sold all my other
bro,
t-shirts.
Do you know what? Daniel Lee's got his as well, you know. He's got his. Hold on, he's gonna make.
This is literally the only t-shirt I own now. I sold all my other clothing to buy Omi.
You got no money because you bought Omi.
I think this is a beautiful shirt.
To the moon.
Mate, let me take a screenshot of this, man. This is jokes.
Imagine you're at a wet t-shirt contest and you got these white little shirts here, and then it just gets all wet and stuff.
So K's discount code, if you want to support K, is K10, and then Daniel Lee's one, I think, is Lee10.
Who has sold the most shirts?
I think it's probably you, Daniel.
Yeah, you.
Really?
Yeah, I think you've got
using your code.
Yeah, even though you've got people using the code, quite a few people bought 2. So I think you're maybe even up to like 7, 8, 9. I don't even know what it was. Last time I checked, it was like 6 or 7.
Daniel,
who's second?
Probably me, then K, then Taps.
Oh, I'm actually ahead of someone. I thought I'd be last.
Yeah.
What about Cavell?
Cavell has actually. I need to check up with Cavell.
I think he plugged it one time and then that was it.
Yeah, he needs. I need to remind him. I haven't actually messaged him. I haven't had time to message him. But yeah, I do need to tell him to update him, because the website's fully updated now. The API is all done, so we're pretty much up and running. We're going to do the next drop soon. Which is
I actually thought it was a pretty good shirt. I thought it was going to be cheap. I honestly did, but the material is actually not bad. I'm really kind of impressed. I think it's really good.
I got a lot, right? And it's actually a pretty good, like, what's the word? Kind of like a sort of tailor fit. Like, normally large shirts, they just feel puffy. But it's like, you know, like underneath the arm, like sometimes it like some large shirts, like it's just like it leaves a gap. It's not like fit. Like this is actually pretty fit, so I'm pretty like happy with this. Like you can see.
That's the one I like the most.
Like,
mate, you were at the thingy, you wore that, man. Like on my at the meet, you even wore this at the meet.
Yeah, I need to wear the Omi Homie shirt.
Some Omi Homies came out, Daniel Lee.
Yeah, I know, that was funny.
Mate, when we this is what I'm saying, when we meet up in the US or when you guys come to the UK and we do a meetup, it's pretty cool. Like obviously the rest of them were my traders, but when Omi Homie comes through is a little bit different. It's quite cool.
I think it's going to be an Omi Homie mafia, man. I really think there's going to be a lot of people really coming. I did this poll on Twitter, and I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised that a lot of people want to come to the UK. Let me share this. Do you see this poll here? I said, where do you want the 5 cent Omi party? A lot of people want to do Las Vegas.
Second place.
But a lot of people want to do London. And I think London makes a lot of sense because we have some Omi Homies in New York. That's a cheap flight, real cheap flight. And even if you can get to New York, you can get a cheap flight from New York to London easy. And that'd be kind of a no-brainer. That'd be pretty cool because then you guys can organize something, right? You guys can get a venue pretty easily, you think?
Yeah, I can get that. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I'll get it sorted. I've got offices we could use. I could do whatever. We can accommodate that. That's not a problem. Yeah, it'd be actually pretty sick to have like a full Omi meetup though. That would be pretty nuts in the UK as well. Because Tap said he would come through as well. So that's you and Taps over here. That's like the YouTube millennials in the UK.
I would have to bring the baby, but I think that'd be okay.
That's okay, man. I'm having one, so I can bring the baby as well. Baby party.
My baby actually, she does really well. She stays up and she just doesn't cry. I think she likes the movement and the sounds, and she just sits there. She'll stay up till 11, past her bedtime, because so many people.
How old is she?
8 months.
Oh, massive congrats, man. That's so
Yeah,
cute.
it's cool. It's cool.
Being a dad and that. I'm about to
You know,
do that journey soon as well.
Huh?
You know, after we had like this Dan's trading seminar, we went for a Korean food, and
Yeah.
and it was Dan's idea. He's like, I want to drink some soju, and he gets like a bottle of soju. He has one shot, and he basically dies, and he's like, finish the rest of it. And it was his idea.
I normally could drink a lot, right? It was just I did the seminar. I was planning up for the seminar. I taught all day. I had no sleep. I went on 3 days straight, and then I was hungry, and then I did a shot of soju, like empty stomach and fucking exhausted. And then I was eating my rice, and I was like, I don't know if I'm like exhausted or about to pass out. Or like something's going wrong, but I see 2 bowls of rice and there's only one. And I was like, shit, man, I think I'm pissed.
I want to take some chats here. Zach says, thank you for your donation, $4.99. Heavy hitters here. Looking forward to seeing y'all at the 5-cent party. Dan, this is for the diaper fund. He donates so much money to me, man. He's probably donated over $100 at this point in the game. But
Love Zach. I see him
yeah.
a lot as well, actually.
And this is a good question from Rip Curls. Rip Curls is a physician, but in reference to land, he says they should use Unreal Engine. Isn't Unity a really good engine in and of itself?
Yeah.
For games and stuff? It's like legit.
Yeah, I actually asked this question to Dan and Daniel Crovers and Trevor. Basically, so I have some friends who have developed an Unreal Engine. I've developed in Unity, and basically, like things like ray tracing and all of these like things like, you know, the really like sparkly particle effects that you see, like Illuvium, I believe, is on Unreal Engine. That's why it looks, you know, so beautiful. So I spoke to Trevor about this, and basically you can get the exact same effect with Unity as well. It's just with Unreal Engine, all of this stuff is like turned on by default. With Unity, it's a bit more manual. But at the same time, so my friends who have developed in Unreal, so there's like 2 ways you can develop games. You can develop games through like actual raw coding, which is like, you know, the way that normal game developers would kind of work. But then they have like another kind of drag and drop kind of way. There's a specific name for it. I've forgotten now. It's kind of like a flow diagram kind of thing where you set up these loops and you can develop a game that way. Obviously, you can't customize stuff as easily. There's like presets for you to use. But Unreal Engine uses that as well. And it's in like this weird language that's kind of like Java. It's like a type, and it uses these things called scaffolds or maps or something. But basically, in terms of actual development, the code, it's so much easier from my experience to develop on Unity, because Unity just uses C#. And that's like a very, very common language. Whereas Unreal is like, you have to kind of learn its own kind of internal ecosystem. But it's not that hard anyway. But I think, yeah, what a lot of people have this misconception is Unreal Engine looks prettier than Unity, when in fact they're actually, you can make them look the same. It's just all of the stuff on Unreal is turned on by default, which makes it look nice.
Nice. Here's another question. I think this Rip Curls, he always does really, really great questions here, but he says, will you guys cash out to fiat or cash out to ETH BTC around 5 cents, or whatever your target exit strategy is? Wannabe, what's your strategy?
Mine's same as him.
What's your strategy? What's your guys' strategy?
I'm just copying him.
This guy, man, how good you should do. I actually think that's a really good question. It's not so much the target strategy question. I actually love the question about like how he said, would you do it for ETH or BTC? I don't think anyone's actually asked me that, so I think it's a really good question. Why do I think it's a good question? Because at the end of the day, like cryptocurrency is the whole point of maybe replacement of fiat in the future, but that's the whole idea of it, right? And it's the people's money. But to answer that and to give you the straight up answer is yes, I will have both. I will have fiat because whether you like it or not, I need fiat to survive. And then I'll be looking at some sort of crypto because I'm still undecided what my main crypto is. I do really want it to be Ripple because I think, you know, the payment systems are good. Sending money is easy. Staking is good. The only problem I have at the moment with Ripple is because the staking is shit. So I hold a decent amount of Ripple, but yeah, if they can have a better APY or whatnot, that would be better for me. But yeah, like Justin has just posted, XRP sucks, and right now a lot of people hate it.
But you know what's going to happen when WannabeChamp does sell Omi?
Fucking this. Pump it!
As soon as he sells, pump it.
When you sent me that Cavell Anderson upload the video one, that was so hilarious to me. There's something about that just gets me every single time, man. You know, I'm doing a collab with them on Saturday. Did you guys know that?
Mate, tell him to use his code for t-shirts. I'll message him as well, actually. I haven't really seen much of him, man. I'm not too sure if it's because there's so many, like my YouTube is just not seeing him, but like it's not. I haven't seen actually. How's he doing?
He's been on YouTube a lot. He reacts to all of our content.
I can't because he messaged me saying that he's oh yeah, man, he's been smashing the videos again. Damn. Because he said when I last spoke to him, he said his thingy, what do you call it? His computer broke down.
Oh yeah, he said his computer went on holiday.
So do you know Xiaomi launched smart glasses? AR is the future, and veve the king of AR and NFT. This is future, Omi to the moon. Yeah, I actually think Xiaomi is actually doing really, really well in terms of development. I was actually looking at a business development with Xiaomi to open one in the UK because they've got one already in Westfield and Stratford. But Xiaomi's development as an overall and their price point is really strong. And the AR glasses is something that I've always been like, I'm not a tech guy, right? Like tech is down to K, but for me,
That's the one. Cavell upload the video.
So joke.
Oh, it gets me every time.
But yeah, like I think AR is like it's just I'm quite a fan of like the whole what was it Ready Player One? I think that's a pretty cool idea. I don't know if we'd ever kind of experience that in our lifetime. We probably experience like the first period of it, but I think the next lifetime, the next generation, they're going to really have that where you can immerse yourself in AR, which is pretty cool, right? And that's where veve could potentially end up, which is pretty crazy, really crazy.
So I've noticed that K has been kind of shilling other tokens and Money. What's the deal with your Money, man?
Monster
fucking
Internet.
made shitloads. That's what.
Yeah. So basically,
You've been paid by them.
So basically, I started researching this when I started to see. So this was actually linked to my question yesterday on that very big Twitter discussion we had, right? I said that I think when it comes to NFT collectibles, veve is going to absolutely dominate, and it's always going to be dominating because they have the first to market advantage. They've got the partnerships already, and most importantly, they have kind of battle tested the app. They've got the app. They went through all the mistakes at the start when NFTs weren't as popular, and now they're becoming more popular. Their platform is more reliable now. They've got their roadmap sorted, whereas all these new guys entering, like Binance, for example, right? Like it was like day one of veve. People were complaining about bots. The platform was lagging, etc., etc. So veve is going to dominate. Now, what I said, and this isn't like negative criticism of veve, because as Dan said, it's an agile company. They will adapt. They will adopt to changes in market conditions. Is the collectible market as a whole, I personally believe that market share is going to move from collectibles. Not all of it, obviously, but part of it is going to start to flow into NFT-based gaming. And that's because that market is very infantile. It's growing. I know that some people have said that, a lot of NFT-based games, they're just literally normal games with a blockchain slapped on top of it. I partly do agree with that. But as NFT games start to mature, we've already seen there's a real genuine use case. There is a need for it because it serves as a digital economy for people in the Philippines, for example, people in third world countries. The amount of money they make from playing these games is more than they would get in a day job. And that's a very good safety net for these people who have lost their jobs due to COVID, whatever the circumstances is. Now, that being said, I think that veve will adapt and adopt, but I started to look more into blockchain-based gaming. And the one that struck out to me the most was Monster Infinite, because it's a fork of Axie Infinity, but they've identified the issues that Axie had, which is what got me interested. Now, a lot of people, they say, oh, it's a clone or it's a copy of this, as if it's a bad thing. But in software development, a clone, a fork, a copy is not a bad thing. And I'll give you examples, right? Pancake Swap, hugely successful platform, is literally a copy and paste of Uniswap. That is a fork of Uniswap, but it's successful. XLM, Stellar Lumens, that started off as a fork of XRP. Both of them are very successful. Litecoin, for those who aren't aware, Litecoin started as a literal copy and paste of Bitcoin with the main aim of making it efficient to transact with, because Bitcoin, as we all know, slow, has high transaction fees. Litecoin, for those who've been in crypto for a long time, Litecoin was originally dubbed as what Bitcoin should have been. So what Money, Monster Infinite, Money is their token, what they have done is they've looked at Axie Infinity. They've identified the main problem that Axie has, which is the lack of accessibility. I 100% agree. Dan, WannabeChamp will agree. It cost us like, $7-8 grand to just get started on Axie Infinity. Not many people can enter it. It is expensive, but they have basically recreated the experience, recreated the digital economy in a more accessible way. But what really drew me in is the fact that the company itself, they've been audited by Certic. They've got, investment by OKX. OKX is one of the top 5 exchanges in the world by volume. And just like ecomi, when Marvel invested into them, partnered with them, when DC partnered with them, it doesn't click into people's heads that the fact that these big multinational companies, if they are investing in a company like ecomi, they probably have their own legal compliance teams that do due diligence. The level of due diligence that these massive companies do is going to be far, far greater than, Dick, Tom, and Harry from the middle of nowhere who say, oh, it's a scam. So the fact that OKX, one of the top 5 exchanges in the world with their own legal and compliance teams, the fact that they have taken their, not just partnered, but also taken their own money and invested it into the Monster Infinite team, that already tells me they've done their due diligence, they've audited it. But then obviously I tend to kind of do as much due diligence myself. Everything kind of, checked out for me. It all made sense. And then there are kind of people who are a bit new to crypto. They complained about what happened with the launch. For those who aren't aware, they opened up the Pancake Swap a bit early, but it made 100% sense. And I support them for doing that because there's something called mempool sniping. Now, what a mempool is basically kind of like a waiting area for cryptocurrency transactions. And these bots, they can basically take transactions the moment that they are essentially filed. So a normal user will never, ever get it at the initial kind of liquid price. They're always going to get it at the pumped price. That's just how it is, unless you two are also mempool sniping. So the fact that they let the mempool snipers compete with each other in the first 10 minutes, and then the normal users got in on the dump of that initial price, these people who paid, $4 and are now complaining it's at $2.20, they would have actually ended up paying like $20, and they would have been really, really pissed off if that happened. So yeah, Money is a very, very early project, but they've already kind of proven themselves to me in terms of the compliance side. They're audited. They've got a very good, strong use case. The market cap is absolutely tiny. I see you're being great. Yeah, the market cap, that's what really drew me in, is I believe 100% in a project like ecomi. The only thing that I believe kind of like puts me off putting more money in Omi is the fact that the market cap has grown quite large. And that's with all projects. The fact that Money's market cap is like barely 12 million, it only needs to go, if it went to the same market cap as ecomi, that would put it at like a 50x. And that's ecomi's market cap isn't like huge. It's like, mid-size, pretty respectable. If it went to Axie Infinity's market cap, I would retire. Like straight up, I could retire. So,
You love money, man.
I really like the potential it has. And look at the price it's at. It's literally doing its own thing. Like the market's been dumping. It's just been kind of flat after that initial dump. So at this point, I'm accumulating for that increase.
FYI, fun fact about K guys is he gets emotionally attached. This is why he does his research so well.
Someone Justin says the Asian Trinity, and I was on the Women of veve chat, and someone was like, they should make the Asians of veve. Did you guys see that? See a comment like the Asians of veve?
Wait, David could lead it, man. He speaks Mandarin.
He speaks really good Mandarin, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he was. I don't know if that's his first language, though, because
I think David is Taiwanese, right?
Yeah, he speaks Mandarin because when I was listening to him speak Mandarin, he's pausing like I do, which means either English is potentially his first language.
I don't think English is his first language.
He's got accent.
It's too much of an accent.
Quite thick.
It's a non-Aussie accent.
Accent, yeah.
Unless he came from
Okay.
Singapore. Did he grow up in Singapore?
I think he's Taiwanese.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Taiwanese, man. But his Mandarin, I don't know. Unless I missed something, but it's Mandarin anyway. Malaysian.
Oh, I'm a Malaysian of Vivi.
And then someone else was, I think it was a stream or something, and I forgot what happened, but someone was saying we should do a rush hour because we were talking about the collaboration we're going to do. Someone was like, you guys are like the rush hour of Omi or something like that. So I made this little, everyone always goes racial. It's always kind of funny to me that people are like, go in that direction, but it's hilarious.
I'm easy, man. As long as the racial is not like in a negative way.
Yeah,
it's all
as
good.
long as it's not horrible, I'm
Yeah.
okay with it personally. But here's what I made here. You guys see?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Hey,
You
man,
can't tell
that's
that's even me because we're both Asian, but you can kind of see Cavell's features here. You see that?
Nah, man,
Yeah.
it's the original. Can't tell at all. It's really good.
You should have given him a snapback with a chain. Then I could have.
That's good. What was it? Ken,
And then
they
maybe
said
you
you're
could have
not
put in
even a
clean sheets in the background.
Oh,
clean sheet.
I'm not
Oh,
good at editing that well, but
I got a question for Dan. When is
Yeah.
the intros coming back, man? I miss them.
Oh yeah.
you know, I actually did an intro my video today, but I messed up the audio. It was the price prediction wizard. It was the price prediction wizard. Here, let me see if I can do it just for you guys.
Mate, you got to do an intro.
Impromptu intro. Let's go.
Pop to intro.
What's he doing?
I'm Asian where it counts from Cavell.
Hey man, I'm the Omi price prediction wizard. Call me now for the free reading.
Oh,
It was something like that. It was something dumb like that. Huh?
Mate, I'm telling you,
Gale's
these
glasses.
intros need to come back.
Sometimes
he
I'll get
said
an idea. I'll be like, that'd be really funny, and then I got to buy a prop, and so sometimes I do that, but sometimes it's too much pressure. So
I think you said you were toning down the intros to be like more family friendly as well.
yeah, because everyone loves that WannabeChamp here, like cock and
Yeah, I
balls.
know.
That one was epic. I
balls
get
back.
cock and balls till this day. Everyone's like, there's two memes, no, three memes I get the most. There's Dan Dogecoin, cock and balls, and then shirtless technical analysis because I want one video about it.
What cracked me up about the pattern was the bit where I died was where you started like drawing like all this like upwards, like look at all this upside. All of
Mate,
this
I watched
upside
that
coming
video
out.
like 4 times, man. K is like my first news of everything. He sends it to me and he's like, mate, you need to watch this. It's so funny. And then he's like, because he's just a quirky dude. He just dissects all of your words and everything. Is so funny. But you need to bring him back. I want to be.
I will.
rinsing it.
I
wanna
will.
be the
I just try to want to. It's hard because sometimes my humor can be really dark. You know what I mean? So I need to kind of put that back a little bit.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's why we like it. I want to see another cock and balls. I think the people want the cock and balls. That accent, is just so fucking funny, man. Do it
Well, like a
again?
British
I wanna
accent's
try.
pretty easy. Like a British accent's pretty easy to do, I think, for an American.
I can't even do American accent. Butter.
Well, it's different. It
Taking good-
depends where it is too. Like Oklahoma, we like talk like this, and y'all come over to my house. You can have sex
Y'all.
with my sister. Like.
Wait, this is what I mean, man. This fucking intro needs to go through.
But
Wait, Zach's just. I can fucking laughing from you.
You want to see some more memes?
Y'all can't come over and
this
sleep
one.
with my.
oh my god! Oh, that's real, man. That looks so good.
Wait. Dan, do you watch anime?
Not really.
There's one called
Old
Demon
stuff.
Slayer.
Old stuff.
There's
Zach gave you another
another one
donation
called
on
Black
Read
Clover,
Help.
which is pretty good.
Yeah, black. Oh yeah. Show the black clover one while I read this. So you guys are responsible of my bag of Omi. Dandy's.
Black clover.
It actually fits really well.
And then
Oh, look at this. Read what Zach is saying. Dan DC inspired him. Wow.
To go to 20 mil when back in June. He said that it was his and Kay's goal. I said, well, that's my goal too, and still going.
Pokemon Go.
That one's the best one, man. The Pokemon one. So Kay's actually at 20 mil, Zach. I'm actually at 13. I still need another 7 to go. I don't even know if I'm going to get that 7 at these price rates. I had my pending set, and the pending didn't trigger because if the pending would have triggered, it would have put me at 15. So yeah, the meme took everyone out. Everyone's laughing at it.
I might get to. So it was interesting when Kay said his goal. I thought about it, and I realized it makes a lot of sense because 5 to 10 cents is a really, really reasonable price prediction. That's very, very realistic. It's a matter of when, right? So if you got 20 million Omi and it goes to 10 cents, that's like 2 million, right? Is my math?
Yeah, exactly. That was my logic as well.
Yeah, and then if it hits 5 cents, that's at least a mil still. Oh,
Walking Dead.
What's this one again? That zombie.
That's good. Walking Dead. Yeah. Do you make these?
Yeah, I basically so Dan's like graphic designer guy. I basically sent him a picture and he cut it out and put on a transparent background. So then I just slap it into like random pictures where the context actually kind of makes sense. So there's like another one like this anime called Demon Slayer.
Did you get the Demon Slayer one? Fucking hell, you guys don't stop. Send me that one. I don't have that one.
Demon Slayer. He's like squaring up, like him and Tanjiro about to fight one of the demons.
I look like some big road man in that, man. I look like I'm about to sell you something.
You should do like a like a K-pop boy band. That'd kind of fit too.
Oh
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because he has a look.
Where-
He has a look.
Oh. I had the
Hey,
Russian kid
B-boy.
as well.
What Russian kid? that
I
is a green candle.
The Russian kid.
It's a green candle.
Yeah, that one. That video is a classic. The Russian kid.
Can we get that up and play it? I just want everyone in here to watch that video because
Yeah.
What's it called?
If you go on YouTube and type in Russian kid crypto, and it'll be like this. It's like an old video.
Before we
2 minutes long.
I don't know.
Yeah, it might be that one. And
Before we
it's
do
like
it, right, guys, the reason for this video is basically this represents K in 2017.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Russian kid crypto.
Сделать. Выключай, ты можешь это время поиграть в... Я не хочу в виртуальный город. Саша,
Sasha.
выключаю. Или ты выключаешь?
Мам, подожди.
Раз.
Нет.
Саша, 2. У тебя есть шанс поиграть в игру вот, оставшееся время. Время идет. Можешь не играть, пожалуйста. Время идет, Саша. Выключаем. Саша, 2,5.
Я не буду, пока я буду так делать.
Саша, выключаем 2,5 уже. Значит, сейчас я буду выключать.
Я не выключу, пока...
Is that real?
Саша,
Мам, я не выключу.
сейчас выключу я, и компьютер вообще
Да, я
не
хочу
включится
это.
никогда.
Я хочу тут...
No, this ain't real.
Саша,
Мам, ради бога, подожди.
ничего делать не надо. Надо выключить. Надо выключить.
Нет.
Да.
На обмеження це ж коригує протестом.
Выключай. И не кричи, пожалуйста.
Стала.
Не кричи.
Я выключу.
Значит, я выключаю.
Bitrex.
Значит, я сейчас выключаю.
Мам, я хочу тут только почитать.
Не выключить.
Мама, я
Не выключить.
хочу почитать и все, я выключу. Мама, зачем?
Oh, shit.
Вот это надо
Я
почитать.
сейчас выключу.
Мама, давай изучай. Какая это дура. Как ты сдохла.
Будете залежність.
This is us and Obi at the moment.
Дура, ты ему крадила.
Мати не залежність.
That's,
Those captions
guys,
can't be real.
No, no,
Those
no.
are real
It was
facts.
a real documentary, but basically
But it's about
it was a kid.
gaming. It's gaming.
Yeah, the kid was addicted to online gaming, but then people started dubbing over it with random stuff. And then someone did like a crypto one. I was just dying from it.
Oh fuck, man! I'm actually dying. This is K like with Omi. It's like, we're moved. We're going Lambo. Dan, let's not sell. We get to 3 cents. It's like, nah, we'll go to $1. Fuck it. Look, green candle. Oh man, I'm actually dying, man.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go to the gym now. It's time. It is time to be great.
Okay.
Safe, man.
Hey, take it easy, man. Appreciate it. We'll probably wrap up here soon here, but
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
appreciate it, brother.
And
Okay,
yeah, see you guys
quick one. Safe. Omi Homie t-shirt. Oh man, that video has just killed me, man. I'm dead. That's so funny. Well, we played that video so like way too much, man. We played it for so long. It's just saying like this was K in 2017, like holding all the coins, going, "I'm going to the moon. I'll go." This is literally his thinking. This is why every time you ask him what should take profit, and he points at me because he doesn't want to be like that kid. Oh
You know,
shit.
K is like you're already really well off, right? You have like your business and stuff like that, but K really strikes me as someone who's probably going to be a millionaire in a couple years. You know, whether that's from like Omi or like Monty or something like that. But what's your take on him?
So he's so I guess this is a fun fact, right? Like he's one of my mates we've known for a long time. I came from nothing, like literally single mom, like struggled past and created obviously what I've got now. I wouldn't say I'm like rich, but I'm definitely above average, and everything is like pretty good. Like I don't have to worry, my kids don't have to worry. Hopefully, kids don't have to worry, that kind of thing. So right now we have this trading group, right, which is the whole brand of WChamp, and K himself is obviously part of this family, and I'm helping him. My main goal for him is obviously for him to be free, right? He's too smart to be in a job. He doesn't need to have a 9 to 5, and I want him to be completely out of it. So that's my goal for him. However, he can only do that as long as he doesn't become a Sasha and hold all the way through. Because this is what I said before. When every time I'm telling him shit to do, he does it. And then okay, cool, he's made some money. Like Ripple, we made good money there. And then I was like, he made his own decision. And this is the turning point for me and him, right? Like he's always listened to what I had to say, and he's always going to follow what we will do when it comes to trading and investing and whatnot. And then I thought, you know, I've given him enough knowledge. Let's let him do his own thing. He decided to sell Ripple when we had like a decent amount. And then the time he sold, he gets emotionally attached. He sold everything he had to go to Omi. And then Ripple moved and he missed out on like fucking 70k profit because like 2 days after he sold it. And I just messaged him and I was like, bro, like I knew it was a bad idea. I should have spoke up and you should have listened to me. And yeah, ever since then, like no matter what he does, we can consult each other. So like Moni, Axes, all of it, we kind of like work together quite well. And it's not just me and him, like we've got a whole team and everything. But yes, he's going to do it, man.
Awesome.
He's definitely going to go to the moon, and I'm going to help him. So
that's awesome, man. I really believe that the vast majority of us, like Omi investors, you know, if you put a decent amount of money in it already, like it's going to moon, man. It's just a matter of when, you know.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. It's not about if, it's about when. And on top of that as well, even if we go to, let's just say 5 cents from here, that's a 10x. So even if you have, you know, let's not talk about what I have, because obviously not everyone has the same. Some people have more, some people have less. You know, whatever you guys significantly hold, even if it's $1 million, you're still looking at 6 figures. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you can understand that this is an early investment. It's an early project, and it's definitely worth investing in, because going back on it as well, and this is basics of it, is the utility great, the project is great, the technicals are great, everything's great. It's just when, right? Literally when. Like why would you not? So it's just something we have to be patient with. The only thing I say is obviously opportunity costs, right? Other projects, while this is still trying to sort itself out at the moment. Oh man, that's fucking funny. That video always sets me off. Seriously, so funny.
Silent says, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Watching that video, I only remember Cavell Anderson. I won't sell until $100.
We'll be calling you like Silent Night. We'll be like, Stasha, your portfolio is fucking 80% down. Why are you not selling? I just want to go to the moon. I just want to go. I just want Lambo. I just want to go Vegas. Oh fuck. But yeah, man, like it's the same thing for you, right? Like any like just to kind of share off some love, man. And this is the whole point of like my channel and my next less like life goal. It's just to make people more free. So if you like, it can be done. So if there's any motivation or anything we can do to help you in terms of like just question wise, just ping a question to all of us. Because Kay asks in the group and he develops that. What do you want to say?
Yeah, I just feel like, you know, I've always wanted to do it like a YouTube channel. So this is kind of like a dream to even just be doing this and talking to people and have people watch my like crappy videos. But you know, it's the business development stuff that I'm lacking in. Like, you know how I don't know. It's like it's hard. I don't know what the next step is. You know, my goal is to hit like 10,000 subs, and maybe I'll get that next year or something like that. But
Yeah.
I think we all will actually, definitely by next year. What do you do after that? You know, how do you monetize? How do you turn that into something that actually can benefit you, you know, financially? Because right now it's very little, you know, very, very little.
Yeah. So, like, ultimately for you, and I guess in a position, right? Like, Kay, in terms of his YouTube, piggybacks of everything off of what we have, and we've got a lot of things in store as well. So, you obviously like don't just stick to me, right? I'm open. Just go and find your own stuff if you can get it. But at the same time as well, you can piggyback of all of the affiliate stuff that we have. So the Omi t-shirt stuff is more, Omi's more like the passion side of things. Like the t-shirts is more passionate rather than just like the business side of things. But in terms of like monetizations, you'll get like companies. So for example, we're trying to work with Moni, right? Even like the company is great. We want to pick and choose. You just don't want to shill any other shitcoin because you want something that you're buying and looking at because it makes it interesting for you and the viewers, and you can get paid and endorsed by that. So you know, I think in the future as well, you have, if you think about your income, you always, like, I have like 4, I can't remember how many businesses, but like let's say 3 of the businesses are not one source of revenue in them. So like for example, property, right? Property is not just buy to let. We also have management, we have relocation, and we have maintenance. So there's 4 sources in that property, and also split between different companies for tax reasons as well. Then if we've got the trading company, obviously we've got trading, we've got investing, we've got FX, we've got crypto, we've got signals, we've got courses, we've got fund management, which we're launching as well. So for wealthy investors, so a lot of my wealthy friends have asked me to manage money for them, but it's difficult, but I'm finally opening that up. There's like 7 sources from that. So it's the same with YouTube, right? Like YouTube, you can get monetization. You've got your live stream, you've got your t-shirts that you can work on, you can get your funds and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, being a full-time, like, YouTube is hard. Like, it's probably the hardest thing I do out of everything I have, and it's the ones that pays the least for me, but it's the most rewarding because I think if we go like a little bit deeper, the subconscious level of your intros and stuff are like really entertaining, and your entertainment brings light to people, man. Like, people have fun with it. Like the cock and balls still comes today and people laugh about it. You did the Asian one, which was pretty funny for me. You did loads of them, you know. I'd like to see you do taps. So
The thing about Taps is someone I really do kind of feel like a little bit intimidated by, in a positive way, because he is actually very, very smart. Like, he's the type of guy that could be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, you know? So for me to like, I feel like there's nothing I can get from him that would be like, you know, I just feel like he's got too much armor, you know?
You got to think of something. Let's break him down. When we see him in real life, we'll break him down. He looks like a cuddly bear.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to go into his past. Like, he does that cosplay stuff. So I think there's a joke in there with the cosplay stuff. You've seen that picture of him and his elaborate cosplays, right?
Maybe he'll do Sailor Moon.
Michael Sailor Moon. Michael Sailor Moon.
Taps looking like Sailor Moon would look beautiful, man. But yeah, like, I think like for you, Taps, as well, like, you could just piggyback off of everything. But after the stream, I'll give you some more like insight, because I know you've been thinking about what to do after 10K. So I'll just share some things with you outside of that.
Sure.
On that note, I like the people who are saying WannabeChamp, because that's an old joke from there. WannabeChamp as well. And then Taps, what's Taps said? It says, you stirred. Taps are stirred. He goes, no, fucking roast me. He wants to be roasted as well, Dan. See, I'm telling you, to be on your intro Yeah, have you done K? I can't remember if you've done K.
Yeah, it was KFC chicken eating K. Chicken eating K.
Wait, you were smacking your lips, yeah.
Next drop is Ghost Trap, guys. and I'll be honest, like looking back on it, I wish we did a little bit better with the Ghost Trap drop. You know what I mean? Do you ever regret that?
Nah, it was okay. I mean,
It was a
just
little
learning
laggy.
curve.
It was a little laggy.
It was laggy. We could have done it, could have been cleaner, but we only knew the day before, and we only had the video as well. It was the first time, and you live and you learn. Yes, it definitely could have been done better, but I think it was a good start to everything, because that was the start of our like us four like kicking it. It was also Reese helping us with and supporting more YouTubers. We gave away NFTs. We did a quiz. Yeah, let's do a mukbang one, man. Do you know what, Taps? Now you're listening through. We were saying let's do a little meetup. Oh, we could do a London one. We'll go into the office. We'll get some food and just stream live and eat.
That'd be cool, actually. That'd be a good way to celebrate. Actually, you know, because I was thinking, I really want to do a virtual party, a 1 cent virtual party. And part of that problem is like, how do you actually make that fun? I mean, a lot of us are going to be in the money, or at the bare minimum, if you're still here, you broke even. But maybe like a virtual mukbang. I've been talking to like Kyle Wilson about it just a little bit, but that'd be cool. What I was thinking is like me and Kyle could be a host because we both live in Tulsa, and then we can bring people in. And it could be either like a mukbang, you're either drinking something or you're eating something, you know, keep it PG. But that could be a good like virtual party to celebrate, because no one's going to be, very few people are going to be able to fly somewhere because we're at 1 cent, you know, except like
When
Randy.
are you planning to come to UK? Like, would you?
Probably not this year because of the illness situation, but definitely next year. I mean, we have the time and we have the ability to travel, you know. So
all right, Lego. Let's actually get something in a dark. Well, we obviously nothing to set in stone, but we'll have a chat about that after as well. It'll be good for you guys to come to the UK. So this guy goes, how do you manage so many things? Silent Night guy, so the one that donated earlier. You just do it. Like Tony Robbins says, doing like when you make it a priority, you make it happen. Like you just sleep less, you just work at a higher performance. And one thing
you enjoy it though.
Yeah,
like people, you have to enjoy it.
I think a big thing is I love my life, whereas, you know, there's nothing wrong with the job, but like some people have a 9 to 5 and they live for Friday, hate Mondays. I just don't want to be that type of person. At the end of the day, your job is your life. You spend 8 hours a day there, or 40 hours, whatever, 5 days a week, 11 months for 4 weeks holiday. That's your life. So enjoy it. So I work is my life, and it's not really work that people traditionally think. It's all my own stuff. It's all my own business. Excuse me. It's all my own friends and family. So yeah, I can't really. I have a reason for why I do it. Taps is alpha male. He is hella alpha, isn't he?
He is kind of an alpha male. You know, he's got the looks. His fit.
Is sick.
Huh?
His beard is sick. It's awesome.
Oh, his beard is thick. Okay, I thought you said he's thick, and I was like,
yeah, hitting on Taps.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, his beard is sick. He's a good-looking guy.
I'll take a few more comments and then we can maybe wrap this up here maybe with some closing stuff. But Zach R, thank you for your donation, slaughtering the original goal. I think 20 million puts you close to that 1% Omi ranking. I mean, that's a lot of money. It may not sound like it because some people have, like Randy, he has over 100 million, but that is a lot of money and Omi there. So anyways, closing thoughts, champ.
No, other than go cop yourself a t-shirt at wchampfx.com/store. Use Lee10 for his discount code, because obviously he's in the leading at the moment. So might as well just push him out. So that's his one. I actually really like the Omi Homie. I'm still waiting for mine. I don't like you guys all got. I think the manual ones didn't get it. Me and Taps and Cavell haven't actually got ours. But the Omi Homie one is the one I want, because that one fits really well. I've seen K wear it. K wears it way too much.
Could you do like a WannabeChamp thong for the lady? Like a limited run, like of 50?
Ladies have actually like messaged me about, because they said,
oh, are you serious?
I'm not joking. Not thongs, but they've messaged me about women clothing because there isn't any available. So
And then actually you can actually wear one and then give that out, you know, so it's like
YOLO.
special for an extra $20. You just
I'd
put it on.
I'd rep a fucking thong. YOLO. Yeah, I like your mentality, Mr. Dogecoin. I still get called Dogecoin to this day. I think literally 5-7 figures. You're going out there giving the right path. Yeah, so my goal is 10 million. That's my goal right now. Is to make 10 million within the next 5 years. That's the goal.
That's crazy.
So yeah, we're good. That's my my closing thoughts. You say it's crazy, but here's a lesson I learned. When people think 100,000 is a lot, wait till you meet people who think 100,000 is a bad month, and then if you hang around with people who make 100,000 in a month, and then you hang around with people who make 100,000 in a day, you just keep leveling it up. So that's my thoughts, because I remember, you know, back then people see a million how I see a billion right now. People see a million like it's out of reach, but it really isn't. Like, it's not.
Are you a millionaire?
No, not yet, but I am planning. Hopefully next year will be my first. I wanted it to be this year, but I think next year I should be classified. Well, technically no, because millionaire is classified as 10 million plus, but I'll have my first million hopefully next year. I'm probably worth that, but not like liquid. Like I want.
Okay, so you're talking 1 million liquid. Like you'll hit that
like,
next year.
sitting there, so I can access it at any point. That's my goal.
So okay.
So yeah, that's the bit.
All right, guys. Well, hey, WannabeChamp, I do appreciate you coming on. It was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do it again. We'll see.
For sure.
But check out Wannabe's channel. I will put it down in the description below for you guys to take a look at. Does a lot of good TA stuff, a lot of other great content and success-based content as well. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Peace out, peeps.